Welcome back to the channel, Classic Volkswagen Lovers, Junior with classic VW Bucks and Sony Super Beetle. So today is the fourth day that I own a GoPro 9. And believe it or not, I still haven't turned it on yet. So, as I promised, I'm going to dedicate part of my channel, a playlist where I'm going to be sharing with you my learning experience with the GoPro 9. I don't know how to use it yet. So for that, I purchased a book from Jordan Hedrick. I bought the iOS version and I downloaded it into my iPad. So I'm going to be using that to get acquainted with the GoPro 9, which is going to be an added tool to my tools so that I can record updates and videos for my 1971 Super Beetle classic car, which is a Volkswagen. Okay, so let's get started. So not only will I share with you my learning experience about the GoPro 9, but also I will give you my feedback in regards to the How to Use a GoPro 9 book by Jordan Hedrick. So as you can see, I purchased the iOS version and I downloaded it into my iPad. I personally am a reader that I need graphics. I'm a very visual person, so if I'm reading a book and it does not have graphics, I may still read it, but I get bored, and when I get bored reading, I just set the book aside and go back to it whenever I feel like I need to go back to. And sometimes I just don't even finish reading those books. So if the book really calls or appeals my interest and attention and it does not have graphics, I will read it. But it will take me longer to read it than a book that does have graphics in it. So that's why I like this book. This book already has my attention because it has such a nice cover and such a nice graphic that it makes me want to read it. Also, I like the ease of having the option to slide over and the contrast of the text with the black and white. It's easy on my eye as well, so I can actually enjoy reading the book. More graphic and also contents, which again, for me, when I'm reading, graphics are my stopping rest point for my eye. So now we get to page number 6. This is the table of contents in the book, and one thing that I love about this book is that the actual table of contents, it's made in hyperlinks that if I want to go from one subject to another subject, all I have to do is click it and I'm there. Page number 12, if you're new to GoPro and you want to know a little bit more about the founder and how GoPro came into place, you can read a little bit right there in the introduction where you can see that it mentions Nick Woodman, who was the founder of GoPro. You got more graphics. I like the contrast between the blurry background and the GoPro being displayed there as a focal point. Page 14, it talks a little bit about the new GoPro 9. Talks a little bit about the history and the technology developed in the last 10 years and the added technology to the GoPro 9. And then we get to how to use this guide, page 16. It goes step by step. It recommends that you also go into the GoPro site and download the GoPro manual for the GoPro 9, which I already did that as well. And I think that the two combined together is going to be a great library where you can go and gain information about your new GoPro 9. Page 18 in the book, I am still liking the book. Again, you can see more graphics. Step 1, know your hero black, learn to navigate your new camera. You can see that as you go down, you can see where you start setting up your camera. It shows you that it has a compartment, you have a battery, and you have an SD micro card. In the example here for the GoPro in the book, he talks about a package that in a promotion package, it comes with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card that it's included with the package that he talks about. In my case, mine didn't, so I purchased a 128 gigabyte. And the good thing about this GoPro is that you can go in storage up to 512 gigabytes. Page 19, the first time you get your GoPro, it comes with everything out. So it shows you that you have to pull the door, open it, then you insert the battery and the SD micro card. You leave it open and you plug it into your power source and let it charge. Then you close it. Make sure it's sealed. One of the things that you will notice the very first time when you plug in the camera is that this LED light here is red. It's going to be on when you plug in your camera in your charging station. As it charges, when it's fully charged, the light will be turned off. I have pretty much summarized to you some of the things. This is the other part that I like. Again, you can see more graphics. The camera has got focal points in it. One thing that I like about this contents here is that it highlights key function buttons, what they do for you. If you look here, number 1, it's in red, and that's your shutter button. Notice how he used a red text to highlight that. So that's the one that you can press to record or take photos. Then the camera status light is going to be indicated on number 2, which it will be displayed in the front display. Then you got your front display screen, which you can preview any of your compositions and also tells you about your camera settings. Also, we talk here the microphone. You got your microphone right there. You got your microphone drain, access door, which they recommend that you make sure it's always properly sealed and not try to open it, because that's one way that your camera can actually get damaged. And then you got your power button right here, which here they use a red bullet indicator, although here the button is not red or have a circle, a red circle in it like it does up here. I like the fact that it points out these things. You'd be surprised how many people buy an equipment and they don't even know how to start it or turn it on. We're on page 20. Now we move on to page 21, the lens. One of the things that I like about the lens is that I have the option to swap it for a better lens with filter, the Max Pro. I think that's one of the features that they brought back from previous cameras, so it's a good thing. The rear touchscreen, you can use it to view the type of compositions or settings that you want to do with your footage. So it's something that I think for me, being such a tiny small camera, it's a good thing to have. So again, you have two display. You can see anything here, but also if you are blogging or you're trying to get some shots, you can stand in front of your camera, see what you're trying to do. The new fingers, mounting fingers. So one thing that I just noticed about these fingers is that although they feel like they are made out of a sound quality material, if you apply too much pressure here, you might risk to break them, so be careful with that. Make sure you do have a mounting piece that will provide an extra spacer in there for support. So we are in page 22. This is where the fun begins, is where you are going to be learning how to navigate your Hero Black. And here is where we turn on our camera for the first time. This button right here is the one that will turn it on. Notice how that came on. It says GoPro. So we're going to do our setup. So I'm going to choose English. And then here, by using this GoPro, I agree to terms and use. So I'm going to click agree. I'm going to say on, turn on the GPS. Install the GoPro app on your phone to finish setup. Leave your camera on and follow the app instructions. So next we have to go and install app on the phone. So finally I was able to download the GoPro application from the App Store. I installed it in my phone, and when I was connecting to the camera I had some issues. But finally I managed and I got it to connect. I went through a tutorial, and after I went through that tutorial I was able to take one picture. The on-off button has 3 functions. It allows you to turn on the camera. If you press the button for 4 seconds, it'll turn the camera off. And you can scroll between shooting modes. You can go from time-lapse to video or to photo and vice versa. And another option that you have, because the back display, it's a touch screen, you can slide between modes. You can see that now there I'm in a video mode, and if I go that way I am in picture mode. So to go back, basically you do the same thing, and I'm there in time lapse. If I want to just use the button, same thing. You can see that it changes between modes. And if you want to turn it off, you press the button for 4 seconds, power off the little GoPro 9. Well, that's it for now. That was my learning experience today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If this is the first time you're watching my video, know that my passion are restoring Volkswagens, not cameras. I know nothing about cameras, but I wanted to do this to share with those individuals out there that have a camera and, like me, are learning to use it. So that's my learning experience today with the GoPro 9. If you like the contents of the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, this is Junior with the classic VW Bucks, Sonny the Super Beetle, and now my playlist, Junior and Sonny GoPro 9.